Hi everyone, welcome back. I apologize for being away so long, but as a lot of you can imagine and rightfully thought so, I've had a few family deaths and it's been very, very difficult. I just completely shut down. I have just not wanted to even call any of my friends. My phone rings, I don't pick it up, that sort of thing. And just haven't been I'm uninsured basically because I lost so much weight. But I've been feeling better for the past month, and my family has been my rock and my closest friends. And your messages. Thank you so very much. I have so many emails from you, so I'm answering them like the latest date to the to the oldest date. I'm so sorry. I have hundreds and hundreds of emails to answer. I can't believe so many people wrote me. I cannot believe it. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry to have worried you and not been on YouTube, but I'm not used to social media. I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, so I'm not used to people that I don't know trying to get in touch with me. I'm so sorry. But I just completely shut down. I've lost a lot of weight, and just haven't been able to function properly. But lately, in the past couple of weeks, I've been feeling better, and I've been trying to get back on YouTube. But I've had so many people in my house. Uh, my family and my friends come over to be with me, to comfort us, my husband and I. Um, and our family has been a blessing, and our home has been a blessing. We had people that had lost their apartment, and we had them stay with us here. So I've been busy cooking and cleaning, and that sort of thing. When you have guests, you don't have much time, and it's been an ongoing. I feel like a hotelier. Like I've been a chef, uh, a hotelier, the whole night, the everything for the past few months. But I'm thankful. At least we have a home, and our house has been a refuge for a lot of people during these trying times. Everyone does the little that they can, and I had to respond to my immediate family and to my friends. And now I'm responding to you guys on YouTube. So I'm doing everything I can. And again, I apologize for being away for so long. I'll later on tell you what happened. I'll start crying if I talk about it right now. And also, my family has been asking me to do videos and that they want to see it because I did several tazas. This is one on Trump, and I have the DeSantis taza there. I had done. This is the second Ron DeSantis taza I did. The first one was a while back, and then things just went crazy. Everything happened, and that was the beginning for me of my grief. We've been grieving in this home for months now, so I know you don't have to write me. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You don't have to give me your condolences. I know you. Um, but so now I'm back, and so this is a Trump cup reading. I was gonna do the DeSantis first because this is the second DeSantis I did, and then I have a Biden one as well. Let me put it here. But anyway, I'm going to do the Trump first because it's good. They're all good, but the Trump, and everyone's wanting to know what's going to happen with the election and all that. But I had already told you guys. But before we get into that, I just wanted to go back and a few of my readings, and I think this is really, really important. Let's start with the most powerful man in the world, Vladimir Putin. Do you remember a task I did about a year ago where I said that Putin was going to point weapons, even missiles, at a country full of Caucasian people run by a woman, but it wasn't England because the woman is younger than Queen Elizabeth. It's an older woman, but she's younger than Queen Elizabeth. So, yesterday I saw Sweden has increased their military spending by 40% because Russia sent in two warships into their waters without their permission and flew fighter jets over their airways, violating their agreement. So that is happening, and it's going to be a big, huge deal in the world. So go back to that Taza if you can. I'll try to link it below. I'll link it below and just go back and look at that. So the Sweden has a queen. Her name is Sylvia Renate Sommerlath. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And she fits a description of the person I saw. So I think this is it. I think this is Sweden and Putin going at it. The other thing I said was, if you go back to my Giuliani cups, when I said that he's going to go completely nuts, like foaming at the mouth, and that his family was going to say, oh, he's just crazy. That's how they were going to excuse it. He's going senile, so he won't have any troubles. Again, yesterday, this is why I'm doing the video, because everything's like popping, 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 pop, pop, pop. It's like a machine gun. Everything, almost every reading I did on the Taza is boom, 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 on point. So I was like, I've been dying for days to do the reading. But then these two other things happened yesterday. I'm like, no, this is it, perfect. So, so now they're saying that his daughter's saying that he's just insane. And then the Roger Stone Cup. Remember I said that guy keeps getting aces, and a lot of you were like, oh, so and so said that he was gonna go to jail. So and so reader said that he was. I said he keeps getting aces, you guys. He keeps getting aces. Him and Barr and all that, they keep getting aces. And the other thing, speaking of, and look, wait, hold on. Roger Stone was not sent to jail. And you guys were like, oh yeah, he's going to go to jail. So-and-so said, so-and-such a reader said he was going to go to jail. I'm like, well, maybe I'm wrong. Well, guess what? Pardon. But I told you, it's only, Roger Stone is going to, it's going to be short-lived for him. And now I realize in retrospect what my reading about Roger Stone was, because if you go back to that cup, you see that I told you that he has a country home where he just spews out and makes propaganda. I think Roger Stone, along with some religious readers, are QAnon. QAnon, the militia, and several other, conspiracy people. It's all Roger Stone. The churches, all that stuff. He's going to be involved with that. Go back to that cup. If I could find it, I'll link it. I'll try to link it. What else I told you? Oh, I told you that he was going to encourage Trump to go to New York and in Washington, D.C. with the Bible and the churches and all that. And look what Trump did. He gassed protesters. Meanwhile, he held up a Bible upside down in Washington, D.C. I told you that. It came out on the cup. I told you that. And I'll wait for him to do it in New York as well. The other thing I said was he was going to have problems with William Barr, that William Barr and him were going to be at odds. And many of you wrote me, oh no, he'll never do that. That's not going to happen. He'll never do that. And what is he doing now? This week, a few days ago, talking all this crap about William Barr, saying he may not keep him for next term if he wants to go down. If William Barr wants to go down as a great AG, he has to do this, that right now. He's not doing this and that. What did I tell you? The other thing on that Ruth Bader, poor Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I wish I had been wrong about that. Oh my God. That's why sometimes the cup, I don't even like reading it, because what happened to me in my personal life, I saw it on the cup. I saw it before it happened. I just couldn't tell who exactly the person was, but I know it was going to be one of my family members. And I did readings for you guys, and I mentioned that to you. I shared with you my personal cups, and I said to you, you know who you are, several of you. I said, it shows in my cup that I'm going to have a family tragedy, that someone's going to pass away in a car accident. And I told you that. And I'm like, but maybe now I think I was wrong. Maybe now I think it could just be coronavirus. And I saw it wrong, because I had Like my mom's cousin passed away and someone else passed away from corona, but it wasn't corona. It was a tragic, unexpected car accident that happened to someone very close to me. And look, I shared that with you guys months before it happened. And you know, but you always refuse to believe it. You always refuse to believe it because it's just too painful. But with the Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I told you. And remember when I said she's very close to 4 justices and she's the 5th? And then when she passes away, there's going to be 5 justices and she's the 6th, but she's passing away. I said to you, she's in the air. That this justice has his feet on the ground. This justice has their feet on the ground. This justice has their feet on the ground. This justice's feet are in the air. That's symbolic of passing on. And then this justice has their feet on the ground. Right? They were 6, though. I said there's another judge with their feet on the ground. So there were 6. They're not even going to wait for her to be, passing away completely. They're going to put someone else in. Now, I didn't understand that part. At the beginning of the cup, I saw 5 justices. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, sick, getting treatment, and then 4 left behind. And then as the cup progressed, go back, look at my cup. I said I saw 6. Ruth in the air, and then 5 left. They're going to put that lady in. Coney Barrett, they're going to put her in. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's now in retrospect I realize what that cup meant. And go back and look at that cup. First it was 5 justices, and then there were 6 justices, and one of the justices' feet was in the air, and that was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Listen, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready for it. They're gonna put her in. Don't despair, because Ruth Bader Ginsburg herself said, the symbol of this country is an eagle, but it should be a pendulum. The pendulum always swings on both sides. Our time will come. Our time will come, and the scales of justice will be again. At one point, they're going to be more liberal than conservative. So don't despair. Don't despair. Things will change, okay? Don't despair. I'm just telling you now. Again, like I said, I never had many viewers because I'm always the bearer of freaking bad news. I just give it to you like I see it. But there's a lot of good news that I've given you. And I'm going to make a video on just all the good stuff that we will find out. These things that I saw in la taza, in the cup, are so intimate that they haven't even been hit on the news yet. But we're going to find out about them. The Mitch McConnell, that he has a love child with another lady. Unbelievable. Poor turtle. His dingling still works, I guess. He has a kid with another lady. Okay? So we're going to find out about that. Kellyanne Conway getting her hair pulled has not come out on the news yet. I saw her daughter say that Kellyanne Conway physically abused her. So who knows if the nanny or someone else interfered when Kellyanne Conway was beating her up? Allegedly. That's what her daughter said, allegedly, that her mother physically abused her. So who knows if Kellyanne Conway struck her kids, allegedly, according to her daughter, her own daughter. Someone came in and pulled her hair. These are things that we're going to find out. These are things later on they're going to come to light. We may not know them about now. They happened a year ago or months ago, and we still don't know about it, but we will know about it. The other thing, I'm sorry I'm rambling. I'm just, another good news. Remember that Lindsey Graham cup I did? I don't think Lindsey Graham will win the election. Go back to that cup I did. And I said there's a lot of people turning against him, a lot of homeless people, a lot of people in this, they're just mad at him. Who knows after the corona what happened in his state. I don't think he's going to win. And you see how he's butt kissing everyone? Have you seen him lately? Disgusting. So Mitch McConnell will probably win the election, but Lindsey Graham won't. I think that's how that's going to go down. But also Mitch McConnell will pay for his. It will blow up, and eventually we will be like, what the heck? Mitch McConnell? I even saw Mitch McConnell in jail. I saw him in prison. When it happens, I'll believe it. I don't even believe it myself. I still don't believe it. I wonder if I made a mistake. And I go back and look at the video and I'm like, no, yeah, that's him. That's him with the little leg. He has a problem with his little leg. He had like polio. So that's him. And I saw him in prison. I saw him in jail. I don't know how long. Maybe it's overnight. Maybe it's a few days. But there's something blowing up in his face that we're going to be shocked at this man. We're going to be shocked at the scandals for this man. So I don't want to revel in people's and be happy about people's demise, but they have done so much harm that when that day comes, we're gonna come back and we're gonna review it, and we're gonna be. I know someone, a very wonderful viewer, told me that she has champagne in the freezer or in the fridge waiting for that day. So these things are gonna come to pass. Believe me, these things are gonna come to pass, just like I told you. The Putin thing with the Swedish lady, all coming to pass. Poor Ruth passed away. Okay, and then the thing with Trump. Oh, the other thing that came up in my reading was over a year ago. I told you that Trump would be leaving between 9 months to a year and a half, and then 9 months later he got impeached, and then a year and a half is now the election. And a lot of people that are still watching this video get upset. They're like, that means he's gonna be reelected. A lot of people see my readings because I guess I'm coming up in the recommendations, and they think my readings are from a few days ago or last week. They're not. They're from a year ago or several months back. That's how the readings work. Not everything's like right away. So for a lot of people watching for the first time, please look at the date before you send me emails or write comments. Look at the date that it was posted, not the day that you see the video, the date that the video was posted. And I told you that Trump would have darker hair on the sides. Have you seen his hair? It is, before he had like reddish hair, now it's like really, hold on, one of my cats wants to get in. So now he has like really white hair in the front. And have you seen the hair on the side? It looks almost black, like dark brown. That's one of the signs that he's leaving. There was going to be some sort of problem on the bridge that was going to scare them. And since the cup was for them, I thought that it was them going to be hurt. And I said that whatever the attempt is, that the FBI and the cops were going to thwart it, so it wasn't going to happen, that no one was going to be hurt. But because it showed up on their cup, I thought maybe it was something happening to them. Then turns out that those militia people were trying to kill Gretchen Whitmer, that lady, the governor of Michigan, and they were planning to blow up the bridge that leads to her home. Okay? And I think there'll be more problems with bridges, too. There's going to be even more problems. People are going to go crazy. Just be ready. Ladies and gentlemen, just be ready. Just be ready for what's to come. Because when he loses the election, he'll lose it in November, but he'll be there all of November, all of December, and some of January. So he has about 2.5 months to wreak havoc and to get all his criminal affairs in order. So we gotta be ready. I told you, like that Cujo video I did way back in the day, I said, there's a lot of things happening that are going to drive us crazy. We're going to be like the little boy and the mom inside the car, and Trump is going to be like Cujo, and we're going to be gasping for air. We're going to be desperate, but we got to stay strong. Things are going to change, okay? Things will change for the better. And oh my God, there's so many. Now that I go back, and a lot of you remind me. The Taza even said about Trump's taxes. Remember the Nancy Pelosi Taza? That I said, what Trump is trying to hide is that he owes a lot of money in taxes. He owes a lot of money in taxes, and he just owes a lot of money, and he owes money to the government. And what happened? Like 8 months later, 8 months later, the New York Times came out with that article that Trump owes a bunch of money to who knows who, and in taxes. He only pays $750. Now, when I saw that, I thought it was, when I was reading the article, I was like, $750,000? And I was reading it as $750,000. And it took me a few seconds, and then I realized it was $750. I don't even know anyone that pays $750. Shakira! Oh no, Shaki, don't do that. An update on my animals. They're doing really good. Cooper is really, really good. He's a great guard dog. I was scared he was hurt my cats, but it's the opposite. He's like their little bodyguard. He doesn't let anybody get close to them. Like animals are coming up to the house. Like we have people that our friends. One of our friends needed to stay, a place to stay, and we let him stay with us. He's still here actually, and he brought his little dog with us. We're not gonna say, yeah, you could come, but not your dog, right? So he brought his little dog, and he's staying with us. And Cooper doesn't let the little dog go up the stairs and bark at the cats. He blocks her, and he'll pull her from one of the legs. He'll pull her down the stairs gently, not like evil, because he's a really sweet dog. And he'll pull her and he'll block her from getting to the cats. And he doesn't let any strangers get close to the cats, only me. He doesn't let anybody get close to them. So just the opposite of what I thought would happen happened. I was afraid he would hurt them. Instead, he ignores them. They don't really like him. And he knows that they're scared of him, so he looks the other way. But he protects them. So thank goodness, fortunately. So that's a little update on them. What was I up to? Okay, so anyway, the Trump thing. I'm so sorry. There's just so much. And I've been wanting to make videos for a long time, since August. And I have not been able to because we just had a full house here. And I do everything. I do laundry. I do cooking. I do cleaning. I do everything. It just, and work. Even though my work's dwindled because there's not that much going on. It's like a lot of housework and a lot of taking care of animals and people and the older folks. And we have people staying here with children. It's been an insane year. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everything's going okay. Yeah, so that's that. So anywho, sorry for the long video. I just needed to recap everything that I had read and that's coming forward. And there's more cups, more tarot readings that I did on people that now it has been happening since August, September, October. It's like coming now. And November, woof, poof. And I told you about the fires. Look at all the fires. Oh, every state is breaking records on the fires. And I keep seeing earthquakes on my tazas. I keep seeing earthquakes, especially like in the southern states, even California. So all of us that we live on the west, and some of you that live on the southern part of the United States, we got to get ready. There's going to be some earthquakes and flooding in the flood areas. Anyway, let me get to the... Hi again. Sorry, I had to change locations. Like I told you, we have a bunch of people here. This is my husband's office. I don't have anything to cover his desk, but he has a bunch of records, so I put on my records that I buy and he stores for me in his collection. But anywho, he makes me laugh. He said, when I got this pillow, he goes, "You really like Tupac." I do love Tupac, but it was fun. As we all know, whatever is closest to the handle will be happening the soonest. So here we have letters. Let me see if you can see. Get this closer to you. You see these little dots? Those are letters, papers, things like that. In the air. In the air. It could be votes too. And some sort of phone call going to this man who's in a vehicle, who's traveling, heavyset man, who is part of Donald Trump's team. And I think this is Mike Pompeo. That's how he comes out. He always comes out traveling, going back and forth because obviously he's the Secretary of State and he's always traveling. So he meets with Trump and they're all trying to like figure something out. And there's another heavyset guy, I don't know who that is, there. And here is a woman in the middle and an elderly gentleman, elderly, heavy-set, tall gentleman, and I think that's Donald. I think that's the creature, you guys. And now I remember a while back I saw an interview. You know what? Things take like a year. This is incredible. It's like a year, 12 months ago. About a year ago. Maybe it was a little more. I saw Michael Wolff. Remember that guy, Michael Wolff? Who was able to roam around in the White House. And then he wrote a book. He wrote a couple of books on Donald Trump and his administration. Siege. I remember him being interviewed. And at the end of the interview, he was clobbered, first of all, in the interview. He was, in a way, it was, I wouldn't say disrespectful, but it was hostile. And at the end of the interview, the reporter asked him, the anchor, how do you think this will end with Donald Trump? And he said, in tears. That was his reply. He said, in tears. And the anchor asks, whose tears? And Michael Wolff replied, Donald Trump's tears. This is how this will end. And I never forgot that. And now here in this cup, here you have Donald Trump's tears. He's actually hugging Melania and she's comforting him. I think their relationship got a little bit tighter, but in the end, she will leave him. In the end, she would leave him. Now that she probably didn't even know that he owed all that money. And now that she realizes that this man owes all that money, well, he probably said, no, I don't owe it. He tried to convince her otherwise. But when she finally realizes, when the beep hits the fan, and she realizes what's really going on, she's going to bail on him. But for the time being, in the next few weeks, she's going to comfort him. He is crying. Michael Wolff was right. It ends in tears. Donald Trump's tears. So some votes, a phone call, Pompeo with his head down, this guy with his head down, Melania comforting Trump crying over here. Yeah. And then here is Biden. And Biden is going to have, okay, so Donald Trump is in tears and Biden is walking away, but he's thinking. He doesn't have his head down. He's just concerned. So he knows Donald's going to pull some bull, right? And then we're going to hear that Biden has some sort of headache, like in the back part of his head. Some sort of issue with the back area of his head. And, like an ache. It's not anything, horrible. It's just like we'll probably hear that in the news that he has some sort of headache. He's experiencing headaches and things like that. I don't really see him sick with the corona here, but I don't know how to tell, because when someone comes out horribly ill, they just come out in bed, and he comes out standing. So he's standing and he's walking. So it's not like he's not terribly ill. If Biden were terribly ill, he would come out laying down or half laying down in a hospital bed. He has a slight ache in his head, like the back, but he's still walking around. He'll be fine. I don't know if these motherfuckers are going to try to blow that out of proportion or what. Or maybe they're giving him headaches. Maybe that's what that means. They're giving him a lot of stress, causing headaches. Let me see if I can show you. You see it? Let's see. Okay, sorry, I forgot how to do the angle right there. You see that? Sorry, it's the opposite on the screen. You see that? This is Biden. You can see it even looks like him. And the headache in the back of the head, right there. Here is Trump. Okay, so this is Trump right there, leaning on this woman. I don't know if you can see it. So Trump, right there, see his back. That's when someone's older, they come out like that. They don't come out straight. Sorry. They come out like with this part of their back like folded. Younger people have like straighter postures. Older people kind of have a more bended posture. And you can see that's him. Look at the hair there. And here's this dark-haired woman. And there's some money that she's thinking of. And she's comforting him. And here you have this very heavy. Is Pompeo has he gained weight? He comes out really heavy here. He's driving and he gets that phone call. You see that dark thing there? It's like a phone call. That's what that is. Okay. All right. And then you guys, sorry, listen. This is hard. This is hard because everything is the opposite. It's like a mirror image. I'm just trying to. Okay. So here you have all these like papers there. Here, right? Here you have all these papers. It could be votes, letters, votes. Okay, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and here you have Mike Pence. I think that 4 people in the administration. Wait, let me make sure. Wow, it's composed of 4. Okay, so these 4 people. Yeah. Wait. That's him. Okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure. So here you have like these 4 people, including Mike Pence, talking about the vote, and they all kind of concerned. There's nobody like extremely happy here. They're gonna try to pull some bull. They're already trying to pull some bull over here, some problem with the votes. And we know that already. And money. But what's going to happen to these people? You see them over here, and here's William Barr. Even William Barr. They're gonna get sick. It could be that they get corona, including Pence. And you remember I used to say that Pence was Trump's ghoul? And then all of a sudden he has a fly on his head and a red eye, just like a Dracula's ghoul? What a coincidence. Hey, Jack. Even William Barr. I think that William Barr's gonna get corona. Mike Pence, too. Several other people in the administration are gonna get sick. Even some people in Biden's team, 1 or 2, are gonna get sick. But it's gonna hit the Trump people hard. Oh my goodness. And then to kind of distract, this is what confused me about this cup, because I was like, why? What? Excuse me? Like, what? They're gonna start some crap with the president of France. They're gonna start some crap with France. Emmanuel Macron. They're gonna start some crap with this man during this whole thing. During the election, before the election, either right before the election, during the election, or right after the election, they're gonna start some crap with France. Why? Why? I don't know. But that's what I see down here. They're all confabulating as usual. Good Lord Almighty. And then, this is the funny part. And I told you about Jared's evil air. We're gonna, this guy, the evil air, you know how you put, have you seen the servers, like the private servers, or where they store information? I think that they're storing information and in one day is gonna blow up in the faces and people are gonna know about it. Here you have Jared and Ivanka. Look how dirty they come out. Jared and Ivanka right here. And they're under a lot of pressure. They're even stressed. You see that little hook on their head? You see how they're united? That's a couple. And they almost look the same. They look like twins. And she's a woman and he's a man. And they still come out looking the same. He's so androgynous. And she's such a tall woman that comes out looking mannish. I think tall people are gorgeous, tall women. But he is so thin and she's thin. And they come kind of in the cup, they come out looking like the same. So here you have like a hook. When you see a little hook between people or on people or anywhere in the taza, you see the little hook? Oh, shoot, the blur. I hate the blur. See that in between them? That's a problem. It is gossip, hurt, problems, things coming into light. They're going to have to face a lot of the sadness and stress and all that. And it has to do with votes. They're going to be caught. They're going to try to do something with the votes, either voting machines, because I know that they were trying to buy voting machines. I don't know if they did or not. But whatever they're doing, they're going to have issues with that. You see the votes in the air? And you see this house here? And you see all this up here? Yep, that's what that means to me. And then two people talking about all that, and I don't really know who these people are. I've been breaking my head trying to figure out who these two people are. I can't tell. And then at the bottom, money problems. Money problems. And okay, so where's this? So here you have the Paris issue. And then here you have, you can't see it on the computer. You just can't see it on the laptop or anything. But in person, if you were here with me, I will be able to show it to you. You can see like a bunch of people angry. He's going to keep encouraging violence in the street. There's going to be just after November, after the election, there's going to be a lot. And I remember more than a year ago when I told you guys there will be riots in the streets, and a lot of people were like, why do you say that? I think I mentioned that before, but why do you say that? Why are you saying that there will never be? This is the United States of America. There's not going to be riots. I said there's going to be Molotov machine gun bullets, people being killed, and I told you that. And look what happened. Who could have imagined? Now I see the same thing again, but I see it with a bunch of churches. They churches come out like steeples, like that. It's kind of like that, like a bunch of churches down here. I think they're going to invoke the evangelicals or something to do their dirty work. And then here you have money and water. and like just problems not only with money but with the land itself, with the actual with the actual land. We're gonna have problems with the soil and the earth here in the United States of America. Not only political um, unrest, but we're going to have natural catastrophes. They're gonna keep coming. And I'm sorry to say that, but this is the Taza, and that's what comes up. And I've been dying to get back to tell you everything I've seen because I've done a lot of readings for myself in my room. I just haven't had the will to record and edit, and then the sound is never right. People always complaining about something about the sound of this or that. So I was like, I can't deal with that right now. If I can't come up with something that people are able to hear, to understand, then I don't want to do anything. But here I see that. And it's okay. So this is my reading on Donald Trump. I will do more tarot readings on them as well. Stay tuned. I hope tomorrow to have 2 more videos up. And I know this video is long, but we've been disconnected for a while, and there was a lot to talk about. Not only of this cup, but what I saw in the past cups that have come to light, and that will be coming to light in the next few days, weeks, and months. Stay strong. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, you guys. And go back those readings. Go back to my readings on the year 2020, where I did winter, spring, summer, fall, winter. The other thing that this could mean as well, I think this could also mean bad news politically, but also health wise. When someone comes out like that too, and you see, I don't know if you can see that dot there, but I think he's gonna have more lung problems and he's gonna relapse. Trump is gonna relapse. I know he seems really healthy now, but there's gonna be a point in the next few months, within the next few months, that he's gonna have a relapse due to the illness. And so yeah, that's my cup. And get ready for the DeSantis cup. I will give you a little just a little recap on it. For tomorrow, I'll post a video. I haven't made it yet. I'll make it tomorrow. But the DeSantis is that he and his wife are in it together, and they actually leave their children with an older woman to go help. This is my opinion, my beliefs, allegedly, on my cup, to go help skew the votes. Like my mother says, trampa, trampa, which is trickery. Trickery, trickery. They're out to do trickery. They're out to do trampas. This is a trampa. They're out to do some trickery with the votes in Florida. There's going to be a freaking hell of a mess down there in Florida, so get ready. DeSantis and his wife. And in the old cup that I did for DeSantis, I'm glad I didn't do them because it was just him standing waiting for people to tell him what to do. He's that type of guy. He doesn't really think. He's just waiting for directions, and he relies on other people to give him power and to tell him what to do. He has no agenda other than to propel his own interest. He's not someone that thinks for himself when it comes to people and politics and getting things done. He's just there as a job and to propel him forward, to be famous, to have prestige, to be important. There's nothing else to it. In my cups, that's what I saw about him, and he was just standing around. Now in this cup, I see him full throttle. He even leaves his children, and his wife is backing him up to go do trampas, trickery with the Florida election. The biggest trickery will be down there in Florida. So you guys get out there and vote. I'm voting this weekend. I haven't voted yet, but I'm voting this weekend. Please do not wait till November to vote. If you can vote early, go vote early. Thank you again so much for listening. I got more videos coming up for you guys. I'll post them tomorrow. Be well. Have a good night. And thank you again for all your emails, for all your comments, and all your concern. May you be blessed. May your family be protected. May the Holy Spirit protect you and yours and keep you safe. And may you be healed if you've gone through a lot. Like a lot of us have. Things will get better. Things will clear up. We have to face the facts of the new way of life and keep going forward. So again, thank you so much. A big hug and all my best to you. Blessings. Bye.